Hello, whoever's here. I'm still inviting people, so can't really see you. I know I left off at Dr. Seraphima. Interesting profile picture. So invite your friends, invite your enemies. I haven't been live in a bit, so I'll probably have pent-up hostilities, and it'll make for a great show. You'll love it. Okay, I left off at Duke Oracle. Duke of Oracle. Duke Oracle. There he is. Alright, so I'm going to try and invite everybody I can, because I haven't been here in a bit. Oh. I'll even invite Mommy Lyrist. Page with no content. Tipsy Witch will be next. Alright. Way over here. Okay, I'm looking for that pointy hat. There we go. Tipsy Witch. Uncle Bird's coming to you live in New Orleans, inviting people. I'm inviting people. Here come the people. Oh, Sebastian, definitely got to invite him. I am not inviting that Uncle Bird's 10 guy, man. Because I think he's Uncle Bird's 12. It's ridiculous. Lux, Lady Crystal. Of course you're here. Even though I just told you a second ago that I was going to be live. My Uncle Bert shared the live with more than 10 people. Starseed, how are you? Gumroad Substack, teach news. Thank you, Kevin. How are you? Riley, how are you? Thank you for liking the live. Yeah, like, because, you know, I haven't been out here in a bit, so I'll have some pent-up things to say, probably. And the hater's going to hate, so if you can give us more love than they can give us hate, we can get two fingers going. Can I practice my witchcraft on you? Sure, do me a wealth spell. Okay, I often recommend the buddy system because some things that people do spells for is so important to them, they have a hard time letting it go after they do the spell, and that's the last and most important part of the spell is to let it go. And it's hard to do that when you're hung up on it. But so I always recommend the buddy system. You get somebody who you'll do a spell for, and they'll do a spell for you. And then they'll do a spell. You do a spell for them. They do a spell for you. Either party is not hung up on the outcome of the spell as much as the person that needs the thing. So as such, those spells will be more potent than the other way around. So I'm going to use a goat. All right. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Get goat. Nunya is a rising star in my live. Hello, Nunya. You're a rising star in my live. And I don't know what that is. I haven't been live in a while, and I guess that's a new thing. The rising star. So that's got to be cool. Thank you for becoming a rising star. Chris does a long-time watcher. And also a rising star. We have some serious rising stars going on over here, and I don't know what that is. So if somebody wants to explain that to me, cool. Goat for the goat. Oh, stop. I was flattering. Uncle Birch, coming to you live from New Orleans. I have been spending most of my camera time on news. As you probably see, because my channel's full of it. Because with Project 2025 at the helm, our religious and spiritual beliefs are in danger of being persecuted again. I've seen the writing on the wall. I've got my premonitions and my warnings from my boards and my gods and my allies that real information is what needs to happen. And of all the independent media out there and all the different generations doing it, I'm the only Gen X witch that I know of doing it. And most times when I do the news, I got my shit hanging right out there. Because most people, well, there's a couple independent media people that are atheists that I know of, but then the majority of them, they say they're Christian. And that's fine, but Christians have always been opposed to us. even though we welcomed them with open arms onto the pagan lands when they were persecuted. Um, it always goes that way. And so I've been sinking my time into getting real news out there uh, from somebody like us, I guess. I don't know if I'm like anybody, but I'm a witch. You know, I don't talk about that all the time on the news, but you can see this shit hanging out there. So I just think I feel that's an important place for my energies to be right now, because we are so full of disinformation and being run by the people created to do us in. That's what Project 2025 is. Light 'em up. How are ya? Great name. Like it. Uncle Bert's come to you live, New Orleans. The truth stings. Ooh, that's it. Y'all got some good fucking names, man. Queen Unicorn, how you been? Long-time watcher and rising star. All of a sudden, I don't know, somebody wants to explain to me the rising stars, but that has not happened. I guess I haven't been live in a couple weeks now. So I kind of did yesterday. I kind of did a bike ride thing on the way to the No Kings, but nobody was tuned in, so I was like, all right, what's the point? I'm spending all this time trying to keep my fucking phone sticking to my handlebars. And Nikki's rising some more. Look at y'all. Izzy Bella Blue 2, how are you? Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living. And now am an independent reporter. Because I think there should be some people of our ilk bringing truth. Liz, how are you? And that's what I've been spending a lot of my time. And so I got to put out there right away. We got like 6 people here. I could use some help, and that's really hard for a guy like me to ever say. I maybe have said that 3 times in my life. Okay, so Mardi Gras Day, I'm out doing my job, and money was good. There's a lot of bonuses to work Mardi Gras Day, because all day you're trying to work your way around parades and stuff. Jaws, how are you? Love and Light, how are you? I got in an accident. A Lyft driver hit me, and they debated on who was at fault, and it wasn't, clear enough, so we kind of both took partial fault, I guess, which means that I had a $1,000 deductible on my insurance to get my car fixed. So, car's still drivable. Bumper's hanging off. I had to, duct tape it back to the fucking car, which, not good for tips if your Lyft pulls up with a duct taped bumper. But you gotta do what you can. you gotta roll with punches. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep working to get up an extra $1,000 to pay my my deductible. And so I was out there working the other day. I was close to getting that. Everything being as expensive as it is, I'm working like 6 days a week. That fucking job, 6 to 7 sometimes. I literally drove that bitch till the wheel fell off. Apparently, in the original accident, my rim had been damaged, and felt like the alignment was a little off. I figured, okay, well, when we get there, we'll get that fixed too. But the other day, towards the end of my shift, or what became the end of my shift, my wheels started making a funny noise. So I pulled off the main road. Good thing I did, because if I'd have been going like 35 miles an hour or been on the highway, we wouldn't be talking right now. I'd be a dead man. My wheel broke right in the middle. The entire rim busted in a circle, with the center of the rim still attached to the axle with the lugs. That's fucked. So that put me down a tow truck, and I can't work. It might be a couple months. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely witching, but my broadcasts mean anything to you, I bring anything good to your life, now's the time that you can reciprocate. If you can, my Cash App, my Venmo, are right up there in my profile. Rare, 3 times in my life I've ever asked anybody for help. Yeah, I need it now. I got a family of 3. My wife can't work right now. Or you can go to gumroad.com/witchschool, take a class. You've been waiting to take a class. Now's a great time to take a class. Now's a great time to take a class. You get something out of it. I get something out of it. But it's a tough time right now. I was behind, and just barely, just everything's so expensive, and then gas prices, and doing that line of work, that didn't fucking help either. So I'm just right here, man, just barely above water, barely above water, barely above water, but getting it done. The bills paid, most of them on time, some of them not so much, and then fate dealt my car a blow. I haven't even heard from the inspector or whatever from the insurance, so I don't know how that's going. I don't know when he's going to get over there, so I haven't even gotten an estimate on how long it's going to take to fucking get my car back to where I can work again. Looking at other things I can do on the side, but that was, at the time, it was the best thing to work into my life. I've got a kid. I'm the one that picks him up from school, takes him to school, all that, takes him to after-school programs. I need flexible hours. I do have a PayPal, but it's totally fucked right now. Somebody did a chargeback, so my PayPal's in the negative. So I appreciate that, but I can't do PayPal. You would just be paying off or paying towards the person that unlawfully did a fucking chargeback. I'm still fighting over that, but yeah, I need to get the PayPal back up. But sorry, you can, if you got PayPal, you can set up a Cash App or a Venmo really easily. A couple clicks. I'm just saying, if you got it to spare, man, I could use the help. I recognize, it makes you download another app and everything, and that's difficult. And I if you can do that, I appreciate the fuck out of it. And how the hell are you, man? And Chloe, how are you? Long time no see. Class definitely worth it. Oh, which one are you in? Are you in one now, or you took one later? Green app for the green. Yeah, Cash App's pretty easy. It's like, yeah, if you can do PayPal, you can get Cash App, Venmo. Say it's frozen for fuck's sakes. Sebastian, how are you? All right, I'm gonna turn off this annoying thing that automatically comes on. No, not in live. Jesus. I'm glad I left. I almost ended it live, man. And that bitch. There you go. Those gifts, thank you for the people that gave all those gifts, but TikTok takes the majority of that, so, I took a year and a day and a second year and stuff after that. Okay, cool. There is level 3. And level 3, I believe, I think there's a couple options for level 3. You can pay for the whole thing and download it, or you can do the monthly, year-long thing with the monthly charges. Happy Sunday. Hope you have a nice weekend. And you too, Sarah and Prince. Both of y'all. Hope you're having a good time. Sebastian's a long-time watcher and rising star in my life. Go figure. Really? Sebastian? No way. And he's coming up.
I had to leave and come back for it to actually let me request up, because at first it said request here and only the gift option there. Like, I had to refresh it for it to actually load for me to be able to request. I'm like, fuck's sake, TikTok.
Are you going to get a thicker accent every time I talk?
Probably.
I barely understand you now.
It's probably, yeah. I mean, I've coming October, it will be 3 years.
Wow, that seems like only yesterday.
In it, it does.
Going over
It
there,
does feel like that.
twin flame. How'd the twin flame thing work out?
One daily communication, just as the one I connect with Michael. As he said, there's going to be ups and downs, and there has been. I don't wish this journey on anyone, but it is worth it. He's as thick-skulled as me. He's as stubborn as me.
Okay, so Chloe, you sat down with me at Hexfest a couple years ago. Right on. Was your name Chloe? I mean, really suck with names. Faces, I'm good with.
Yeah.
I've been doing 420 since I was 12. And I see no reason.
Nice one. Oh, speaking of, my twin's birthday is on 420.
I see only reason to continue. My dad's birthday's on 420, man.
So is mine. My dad's birthday's on 420 as well. My god damn it.
Okay, your name wasn't Chloe. All right. Well, I have sat with many. I will be at Hexfest this year, of course. And once we get closer, I will look up what I said I was going to teach. I'm sure I'm going to do great at it, but I don't do a whole lot of planning. There's no scripting. I don't read off of shit or do a class of handouts. A few talking points, and I start talking about witchcraft, and shit just happens. And I've been doing that since I was 13 years old. I guess that's my special purpose. Hoping to go. Well, you should. Well, don't hope. Start witching. August's coming up, man. Start witching for that money. If you ask your gods and your goddesses and your eguns, your spirits, whatever you got, to help you get money to go learn some witchcraft, they'll step up. That's a worthy cause. It's not like some of the other crap you ask them to help you with. You know what I'm saying. Zuki is a longtime watcher and rising star. Everybody's a rising star all of a sudden. I guess in my hiatus, I guess if I had a hiatus, they started this rising star program dealing with health stuff.
Yeah, evidently. Right, who's requesting?
What's that?
Someone was briefly requesting, and that's not showing them there.
I did not see it.
Oh, it's her. It's Crystal. It's the one and only Crystal. How's you, gorgeous?
You could probably let her in. Have a beautiful, safe energy. I bet kids in the house love you. Yeah, absolutely. I remember in my 20s, I was in a laundromat, and this little girl, like 3 years old, just jumps up in my lap with her book. Once you read it to her, I'm just like, okay. I sat like this the entire time, but I read her the book. I got this. My father gene is overactive. My father gene extends to other kids. It's like if I see a kid in danger, I'm all over that shit. If I'm at the park and I see a kid wandering off, I'm all, hey, just here. Hey, whose kid is this? I'm like, I'm a helicopter parent over other kids, over other kids too, man. And as such, when people ask me to do work, many a person has gotten a discount because their kids were in danger. Don't try that shit just to get a discount. It'll probably work, but
Mate, I'm gay. There is no way I have kids currently.
yeah. Well,
So how would
you guys adopt kids?
we can? We can also get surrogates, so we can actually have kids the natural way without having to do the act.
Somebody's discussing her Witchschool course and life challenges. Okay, well, who is AI? Who's doing that? AI. Beautiful shape.
That is an annoying new feature on TikTok. That is so annoying. That's an annoying new feature.
Alicia Tree. I knew an Alicia Tree back in the 90s. You couldn't have been her.
I missed the 90s. I kind of.
Squirrel Central. Thank you, Warriors. Hey, anything from Warrior Squirrel is always good to get. Thank you for the rose. Man, if any of you got, Venmo and Cash App, yeah, I could use the help right now, man. I need my witchcraft classes to take off. Lyft was supposed to be a side job, but now with the car destroyed, um, not a whole lot I can do right this second. Looking for options. Sorcerer
I was
Dan.
also so aggravated that I lost your. Wait, did someone send you something?
Send me what?
No, I was talking over you whilst you was trying to say that something about Dan.
Oh yeah, Sorcerer Dan. I just saw him in the. He wasn't asking to be invited, but I tried to invite him.
Okay.
But I
Well,
did.
I was so agitated yesterday that I missed your live. I saw it after I got off of Mates of Mine's live, and then I saw, oh, live recordings from Uncle Bert, and it's 13 minutes ago. I'm like, for fuck's sake!
I think like one person showed up. It was just me riding my bike to the No Kings protest, to the French Quarter. It was kind of cool. We got to see New
I would have
Orleans.
joined that still.
New Orleans stuff going on. It was kind of cool. And then I did my No Kings interviews, and I put together the video. It turned out to be 35 minutes. I said, fuck it. I'm going to try and launch it to TikTok and see what happens. Break that 10-minute fucking glass ceiling, and it's posted. You can watch the whole damn thing. And I know the whole damn thing's posted because way late at the end of the video, I told that story about my car getting fucked up, and now I'm out of work, and somebody could help out. And wasn't that Crystal, but somebody else, another Crystal, sent me $20. So I know that somebody sat through the entire 35 fucking minutes. Yeah, I never asked people to put a blue heart if they stayed to the end, but some people watched that entire fucking thing. And I think they were good interviews. I didn't, I actually didn't interview anybody that was stupid. I didn't have to delete any of the interviews. I used all of the interviews that I got. We were all
Remember,
really good.
but it's usually the younger generation that have a very shorter attention span.
And that is intentional. Has anybody out there ever read Manufacturing Consent? And if reading's a problem, it's because of manufacturing consent. But there's a film, and it's available on YouTube. And if you look it up, I think there's Noam Chomsky. There's Noam Chomsky. And this is back in the 90s. He laid out this entire plan. It's been going on forever, that it finally brainwashed the people into only being able to accept new information in 30-second bites. And it kept them from being able to absorb new information. They could only operate on consensus thought. So that's where sound bites came in. Some of the original ones were domestic terrorism. That was one of the first talking points. And what they'd do is they would have like an hour-long special talking about domestic terrorism. And then from now on, they would just row the word domestic terrorism on the screen, evoking all of that information. And then that went on and on and on until now we're an entirely brainwashed population, brainwashed off of sound bites because we don't have an attention span, or you don't have an attention span.
I do. I sit through yours.
I have an attention span. I watch all those videos all the way to the end, man. Squirrel!
I do. I watch all yours.
Squirrel. Fuck.
I'm 31. I'm not part of the younger generation that does not have that attention span. I was brought up to watch it all the way through.
Oh, shut up, child.
Make me. I'm joking.
Even my generation was brainwashed that way, and the media did it. And I love seeing that the legacy media is dying. A horrible death. All of the mainstream news is dying. people prefer the Midas Touch Network and independent media, of which I want to be like the Midas Touch Network, man. I want to have those kind of fucking numbers. So while I'm saying that, be sure and follow us also at the WTH News Network. It's be a lot of the same videos I post here, but you can follow it here on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, on all of your podcast platforms. We're here, we're there, we're everywhere. And I'd rather do that and teach witchcraft than drive that fucking car. Wow, it looks beautiful where you're at. It's all sunny. She's got a ball cap on and shit. They're like under a gray sky.
It's going to be blue again. There's not a cloud in the sky today, but I'm sure you're going to be sending that my way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll be bitching about the heat soon enough. I mean, we're kind of complaining about it a little bit like 2 days ago. It was like upper 80s. We're going, all right, it's starting to get time to break out that air conditioner, clean the filters, all that shit. We haven't gotten there.
I mean, I already got seeds, like, it's popping. And then all of a sudden, like, this morning, it was 37.
37?
What the hell's up with that?
Ouch. I'm coming.
Yeah.
Arizona. Well, I don't know, man. New Orleans heat in the summer. You got the heat and the humidity. Dry. I'm not sure which is worse, the dry heat or the humid heat. It's like we'll get up there. Okay, Arizona. You know what? Fuck it. You win. You're a desert. I'm sure you win. But we get us some fucking heat.
Florida. Yeah, Arizona's dry. That they got cactuses.
Southern Botox, y'all. Look at this. Take 20 years off your face. You go to Arizona, they got the opposite of Southern Botox, man. They're like, take 50 years, put 50 years on your face. California, too. California was a dry heat. You look older. And you're encouraged to, be sunbathing on the fucking beach all the time until you get that leather face. It's 122 on my birthday sometime. Okay. All right, you win. I've seen 110. Seen 110. Thank you for continuing to post at gumroad.com/witchschool. It's a great way to help. You get educated and I get to feed my family. Yeah. Because I've been serving the craft my entire life, man. And we don't have a retirement program. And I'll probably never retire from teaching witchcraft. But
I hope not. And by the way, I know I said I'll do it sooner. I have not forgotten. I hope you don't feel forgotten, but I have not forgotten that 35 using spiritual warfare against your enemies. I've not forgotten. I've just not had the opportunity yet. I'm like, I have also my phone bill that comes to an end in September, so I'll have that stress out of the way, and I can actually focus on that.
I mean, magical warfare feeding on your enemies is it's a great class, and you can use that to convert any unwanted energy in your life into any energy you want. So
you know who I need to use that against? You know who I would love to use that against? Because currently there are political figures here in the UK that I really like to use it against. And that is like one of them. I don't know if you know the name Mahmood. She's a bitch. She's also the one that is working with the Home Office here in the UK and is making it like so more difficult for migrants. And she's a cunt. I'll put it that way.
She's a cunt. Oh, you know what? I never shared this on Facebook. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Thank you, Gigi. That was very sweet. Zuki's liking the live. We're at 2.7 thousand likes. Keep hitting the like. Get 2 fingers going. Get 3 fingers going on there. If we get more love than we get hate.
Yeah, finger it. I'm joking. God damn it.
2 in the pink. You know the drill.
Ah.
Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans. See, that's why you tune in. You never know what this fucking guy's gonna say, man.
That's the
Rebecca.
pink. Oh, God.
Bucks Lady Crystal's over there liking it live. Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living, which is what brought me to New Orleans in the first goddamn place. Which is, probably why I drove the car till the wheels fell off, man. The potholes are real. Potholes are real. I mean, literally, the wheel busted off the fucking car. I am out of work until they fix that shit. I don't know how long they're gonna take that shit. But so yeah, if you got Venmo, you got Cash App, you got some means, man. Anything you can do to help, man. I have a family to take care of. That's why I was working 6 to 7 days a week at that fucking job that beat the hell out of my fucking car. And then the gas prices going through the fucking roof. I said last time to Aunt Marta, I said, in the first Trump administration, I hated him. I was pissed. But I wasn't pissed for me. None of his policies actually affected my life. They affected the lives of people that I love. And I hated him for that. This time, every fucking thing he does fucks up my life, man. Every fucking move he makes my life more expensive. Fucking hate this bitch. We need to do another hex on this bitch, man. We need to organize that fucking thing, man. But that's why I've been sinking a lot of my time into my WTH News Network. Two things. I want to monetize that thing so it at least pays for itself, and then eventually it pays for me, and then I can just do that and teach witchcraft and not have to be doing stupid fucking side jobs like drive and lift. But I'll do whatever it fucking takes for my family, man. If I could rob a fucking bank and get away with it, I'd fucking do it. Fucking do it. Somebody was talking shit about me on Facebook one time. They said, oh, well, Michael Carell's going to food banks and drive and lift. And he's everything. It's like, you know what? It's not true. I don't know where a food bank is, but I'd fucking go. And fuck yeah, I'd drive lift. Lift is like $24 an hour on a bad day. What the fuck is a high school dropout that dropped out to study witchcraft full time and teach witchcraft his whole fucking life? How am I going to get better than $24 an hour? Most people ain't going to get better than $24 an hour. And then there's tips. There's tips on top of that. Shelly is a longtime watcher and rising star. Everybody's a rising star. I don't know what it is now. Is that kind of like my fan club or something? But again, Mardi Gras Day, I got in and out there chasing that money because there's like 125% bonus on fucking every fucking ride, man. So I'm chasing every ride I can fucking get because after Mardi Gras Day, I'm not going to be making that much. You got to work smarter, not harder. And another rideshare driver hit my fucking car. And he hit my fucking car right around the wheel. And, the wheel felt a little off, but the car was still drivable. After I duct taped the bumper back to the fucking car, I had to keep working because my insurance has a deductible. $1,000 deductible to get my fucking car fixed. So I had to work 6 to 7 days a week to try and get that deductible because I'm still paying the bills too. But I got to get that extra $1,000 fucking dollars. And so I had to keep fucking going, man. I had to keep fucking humping. And I humped up until the wheel fell off of the fucking car, man. If I'd have been on the freeway, if I'd have been on a surface street going 35 miles an hour, I'd be dead. I'd be a fucking dead man. My car started making this noise. And so luckily I pulled off on this really mellow side street. And literally right behind a mechanic, and the wheel fell off. The middle of the rim broke out, came off the fucking car. Unfortunately, that mechanic didn't do the kind of shit that I needed done. So now there's a tow truck I'm out on a fucking tow truck. Got to get the fucking deductible up for my to pay the insurance. That'll probably come when my fucking tax return finally comes through. But meanwhile, I can't fucking work. Hey! So, if you got any, the Venmo and the Cash App are in my link to help out, or gumroad.com/witchschool. Take a class, learn some things. They help you out, you help me out. It's a symbiotic relationship. Hold on. Come here. I am sick of hearing your goddamn voice.
God damn it.
Bother Aunt Marta, you fucking God.
What, Crystal?
Birch live in a while, and I don't know. I just felt like something was going on, so
Yes, I missed you. I missed your lives.
Yeah, been
yeah.
a little
And I
quiet.
felt it.
I've been busy trying to working hard. Like I said, like before this happened, I was like right here, just above water. Every time, man. Always a struggle. And but getting the fucking bills paid, getting the groceries on the fucking table, while the price on all those fucking things go up, and then boom, I got nothing. Nothing I can do. And that was the beauty of Lyft. It's like if times were tough, if I was broke, it's like, hey honey, I'm gonna go out for a couple hours. And fucking, get dinner money or whatever. It's convenient as fuck. I have the kind of life where I cannot work a 9 to 5. I have a child to take care of. And I'm
Right.
only one that can do that. I'm the only one that can pick them up. My wife's unable to do those things right now because of medical condition. It was a good fucking option. It was the best fucking option. I mean, I am thinking about, if it takes long, it's like, well, I could do local DoorDash on the tricycle. Maybe have the dogs pull me on the tricycle, but I'll do whatever it fucking takes. Like I said, if I can get away with robbing a fucking bank, I'd fucking do it for my family. But good people.
Also, by the way, Rob, whilst I have you here, this is the one that I was trying to tell you that might actually help Connor understand more about it. So my mate Connor, who's actually in Scotland, had the impression that I don't know. He had the impression that if we spoke of what we do, how exactly did he phrase it, Rob? Do you remember? But there's a mate of mine that said if you speak on what you do, it kind of violates the law of paganism or violates the law of witchcraft. If you speak on, I don't know. I don't exactly remember. Rob, do you remember? If you're in here, no, he's not even fucking in here. It showed he joined. I don't know if he was actually here.
I don't know if I call it a law. What you're talking about is the 4 points of the mystic: to know, to will, to dare, and to remain silent. And each one of those are elemental. To know is air. To will is fire. To know, will, to dare is water. And earth is to remain silent. And talking about your magic that you're doing wastes the energy for the magic. Words are one way of manifesting things into the universe, but it's a limited way of manifesting into the universe. But if you talk about what you're doing, you're dissipating the energy that would be necessary to manifest that, and you're exposing yourself to the negativity of the thoughts of the person that you're talking to about it.
Because they was also equating it to the Freemasonry of like if the laws of Freemasonry, if you was to speak on it, you're kind of breaking your own covenant, or I don't know.
Shelley, you're talking about the witch cycle with the broom on it and stuff. No, I think I gave that to Ty when I left. which is unfortunate because Ty turned out to be a total cunt, betrayed me. So I cursed that bike, and I hope it brought her to her death. Because if you remember, I gave Ty everything. Me allowing Ty into the sacred fields of Peter gave her a life. She didn't have a life before. Themes that are uncomfortable for. Okay, let me fucking tell you what I feel about your uncomfortable shit. My life does not contain the shit that you're fucking talking about. Visibility, I'm gonna come back for that one too.
Oh, cool. Rob's here. So, Rob, would you come up for a moment? Well, yeah, I'm here. So,
I like it. Like they're trying to hate on us. Like harder. Like
right.
harder.
So, okay, so I'll do. But Rob, do you remember the conversation that we had with Connor, where he was asking about paganism and if we spoke on it? That's what my mentor here, who actually teaches witchcraft for a living, he can clarify what Connor was misunderstanding on that. I don't know, because I could bet I wasn't. Is he in here? Right.
Two of you in here. I mean, on camera.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't show you in the audience. I was like, well, is he in here? So you briefly remember? Okay, cool. But yeah. So, Batch, would you repeat what you said on that? I just because Rob. Do you remember how Connor was somewhat equivalating it? He had Terry in there as well. Was equivalating it to what they thought of the Freemason view on it. Like if we're not able to, as pagans, we're not supposed to speak that we do this, or if we, because they was asking if we also dance naked in the under the moon or anything on like that, and so it was just, I don't know, I was not able to. What?
You know, a lot of our dances involve fire, and it's much too dangerous to jump through the fire with your clothes on. It's just fire safety, okay? It's not like we're being weird. But to your question, the idea comes from, I believe it originates on the foot of the Sphinx in Egypt, the four paths of the mystic. Not a law, but to know, air, to will, fire, to dare, water, to remain silent, earth, to know, to will, to dare, and to remain silent. That is the final key. When you cast a magic, you don't fucking talk about it. One of the ways that we manifest ideas into the universe is through words, but it's a limited manifestation. It's wasting energy. If you talk about the spells that you do, you're dissipating the energy necessary to manifest them, and you're exposing them to the negativity of the people hearing what you're saying. And if you do it on the internet, you just fucked yourself. And then the way that people do it on the internet too is they'll post a spell. They'll post a picture. Now, the way I was taught, and now this is a law, this is a law of nature, man. Whatever components in the spell, be they paper, be they candles, be they roots, whatever you have, whatever can be burned must be burned, whatever cannot be burned must be buried. Until you do that, the components of the spell still exist in physical space. And if the spell's components still exist in physical space, it holds back the spell. So if you post pictures of your spell on the internet, you can never remove them from physical space, thus minimizing your spell. That some aspects may manifest, but it could have been a whole lot better if you hadn't been a dumbass and listen to fucking Uncle Birch, because I've been telling you this for fucking years. Now, if you didn't get the message, scroll back. I got years of content on here. If you're new around here, scroll back. It's all free. You don't even have to go to witchschool.com/witchschool and pay for, really good teaching. You can get a lot of teaching for free on here, my YouTube, wherever you go.
So, Birch, I asked my mate Rob, I said, so does that make more sense? And he said, yeah, I understand better. So, to do it, but not to talk about it.
Yeah, I thank you. And I know it makes more sense because this is what I was born to do. This is what I've been doing since I was 13 years old, teaching witchcraft. I have a way of making the complex less complex. How does that ad that I made, the mystical manageable?
Or demystified? Or is that what it is?
Slogan, but I can't remember the slogan right then. But Aurora has a question. And that's why we're here. Aurora, give me the question. Or get in the box and ask the question if it's long-winded. What kind of witchcraft do you teach? I believe that the core of witchcraft is eclectic. While there are many staunch traditions, the most staunch traditions in witchcraft are eclectic in nature. The most staunch traditions in witchcraft would be the Gardnerian and Alexandrian varieties, and we can see what magics they borrowed from. Even in Gardnerian, they feasted heavily on the Italian witchcrafts and the Gospel of Aradia, the oldest book that we have about witchcraft from the witch's perspective, which is 1800s Tuscany, Italy. Charles Leland wrote the book. Witches were in calling upon the goddess Diana to send her to free them from the slavery of the Catholic Church, start a revolt against the Catholic Church and a revival of the old ways. Witchcraft, magic, folk magic is always political. It is always about lower peasant population trying to get justice in a world that is created for them not to get justice. I went all over the place, but I think I answered the question. Not wrong for being eclectic. No.
Beautiful, thank you.
Like the Gardnerians, the Alexandrians are the most staunch traditions that we know of. But if you actually look at the components and study where the components came from, they all came from other places. So the most staunch traditions in witchcraft are eclectic in nature. And the old tarot, I believe it was the Scapini was the first deck. The old tarot had two fools. And that's where we got two jokers in the playing cards. That's where that came from. So in that deck, one fool was going out on his path with an empty rucksack, that thing on a stick, that pack hanging on, and the other went out on his path with a full rucksack. And those were the two paths. Well, it may have been the two paths you can go by that Led Zeppelin was referring to, but they were probably referring to the left-hand path and the right-hand path. But two acceptable paths in old craft was one, you did a year and a day of training, and then you left on your path with your full rucksack. Your bag of tricks was full. The other, you just started walking. And you start filling up your bag of tricks with what you find along your path. And that was an acceptable path. So that was the path of the two fools. One full rucksack, one empty rucksack, absolutely acceptable, all the way back to the 1400s when the tarot deck was created for the Duke of Milan. And not a closed practice.
Everyone's always want to say something's closed.
Thank you for following, Aurora. Did I answer your question? Was that Aurora's question? I don't remember whose question that was. Somebody else is trying to get in here. Oh, Aurora's trying. Okay, cool. Let's let Aurora up. There we go.
Yeah, you answered my question. I'm 25 for TOS. I'm friends with Sab.
Friends with Seb?
Yeah.
And you're not, you don't sound like you're in the UK. You don't have a crazy
No,
accent.
I met him. No, I met him on here. I'm from the States.
Where you at?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
There, but I know people there.
But no, I had to keep in the comments because my auntie is home and she doesn't like me talking about, witchcraft and stuff. So I had to go to my room.
That kind of interaction makes long witches. So that's a good thing. If my parents hadn't resisted and literally burned all my books one time, hide my crap from them, it probably wouldn't have solidified my crap because I'm a rebellious motherfucker.
Then yeah, felt that.
To make you be a witch. I mean, they used to say it was a fad, and it might have been a fad if they hadn't fucked with me so much. But
Yeah.
that with me so much solidified. It's like, no, I'm a Jew. Ever you been?
Yeah, it's like also like they don't like what I do, but they like the herbal side of it because like I do like herbal teas and oils and stuff like that. So like they're like, hey, you got something for this, or hey, you got a remedy for this, and I'm just like, well, you don't like what I do, but you like the herbal side of what I do. Make that make sense.
Well, about God, it was actually about 2 weeks after she had my father come over, who they're divorced, and literally burned my books in front of me. I was living in my mom's house, and she's working. She couldn't afford a room for me. I slept on the couch, and in the morning I hear this muttering one day. So I look outside. My mom's like kneeling in front of this fucking rose bush, reading out of the Bible. So I go outside and I watch her doing it. I wait for her to be done and I go, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I read that if you read this psalm to a rose bush, it'll make the rose bush bloom."
Mm.
And I said, "So, hold on. So it's like Hail Mary, full of grace, blah 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 blah." And I go, "So, let me get this straight, Mom. You are praying to the female form of divinity to make a plant grow?"
Witchcraft. Oh.
Somehow
Oh.
burning my shit? Really? Okay, Mom. You do you. I've learned how to hide my shit. You can't find my shit now. But you know what? That dead stick of a fucking rose bush bloomed within 2 days without any leaves.
Mm.
No leaves on it, which are the solar panels necessary to make a fucking plant or a flower happen. Happen. And every time she did that, it bloomed, and it bloomed with a different color rose. And this was a one color fucking rose bush. So it was a fucking miracle, but it was the female version of divinity, which is always responsible for the earth and plant matter and stuff. It's fucking pagan as hell. The Catholics stole that from us.
Exactly.
Then, later, in my life, my late 20s or something, my Catholic mom that did all that shit, she'd call me up, say, yeah, my friend's got all this like bad luck stuff happening in their house. Can you pull some cards, look into that, give them some advice? Sure, Mom. I will absolutely pull some cards. I'll give him some advice. I'll teach him what to fucking do, man. I'm cleansing her friends. My mom called me up for her own problems, have me pull some cards. You just stick to your guns, and the worm will turn.
Yeah. So like they're not watered down Christians, but I call them holiday Christians. Any type of holiday, stuff like that. And but like I do the opposite. Yeah, I do the opposite, right? So whatever holiday they celebrate, or whatever, I do the pagan version. And I do my pots, my simmer pots. I do my little rituals outside for like whatever. And they're like, it smells so good. I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you do this all the time? I'm like, yeah.
Well, I used to be the co-host on Candelo's Corner, and it was about African traditional religions and hoodoo. And I was the white guy on the show, but I'm also a priest in an African traditional religion. And the show was coming to an end, and I knew it was the last show. I always had a few drinks on the show, but this night, so I knew the show was coming to an end. I was a little lit. They said, Uncle Birch, how do you make holy water? And I went, you make holy water? That's easy. I'm rattling all this shit, and there's this other part of my mind go, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know how to make holy water? What the fuck are you doing? That's my shadow. Don't listen to your fucking shadow, because I knew exactly what I was fucking saying. I went back and listened to it later and then checked, and it's like, drunk or not, I ranted off the absolute way of making holy water in the Catholic Church to this day. And oddly enough, if you studied Wicca back in the day, in Gerald Gardner's version, that's how to make holy water. Exactly. The only difference was we didn't bless it in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We blessed it in the name of Goddess or something like that. But it's the same fucking thing, the same process. And the process came from the Greater Key of Solomon, which witches have been studying, at least as far as we know, back since the 1300s in Tuscany, Italy. And the Catholic Church to this day uses the formula from the Greater Key of Solomon to make their fucking holy water. We are studying from the same books. Leland, when he
did different names.
Charles Leland, when he did his study of Aradia Gospel of the Witches and the Witches of Tuscany, Italy, found that they had two main books. One was the Gospel of Aradia, which was passed down and handwritten between families. Two was the Greater and Lesser Key of Solomon, which were available in print at that time. And to my knowledge, and this is 60 years of teaching witchcraft, or, I'm sorry, 45 years of teaching witchcraft, 60 years of living, we borrow greatly from the Keys of Solomon. All of us. There's the Athame comes from Solomon. The Boline, Solomon. The cup, the pentacle, all of it comes from Solomon. We borrowed that shit, and we had to borrow that shit because all of our books were burned. So there's nothing wrong with
that. Yeah.
So be sure and follow me on YouTube. It's Uncle Birch. But then you can follow me on YouTube at the WTH News Network too. I've got a lot of free teaching.
Nice. I've been kind of looking for an elder, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's see, because I don't know. I was just like, because I've been not that I'm not seasoned, but I'm still a baby. But I just my
Why just put on? Fuck's that.
Call yourself a baby witch. That's demeaning.
I know.
The old word was neophyte, but that wasn't really left demeaning. But you're not.
I am, and like my great grandmother, she was the one who had got me into the opened myself up more about it. She was a voodoo practitioner, stuff like that, and she's always telling me.
Hold on. Voodoo and hoodoo rhyme. They're not the same. Which was?
Oh, yes. Hoodoo. Sorry. Yes, hoodoo.
On TikTok, they conflate those things and fuck everything.
No. Yeah. No. Hoodoo. And she, down her family line, there was a bunch of seers, mediums, stuff like that. And, I just happened to get it. And I'm just like, I'm seeing stuff and I think I'm going crazy. She's like, no, you're opening up. You're opening up to the afterlife and stuff like that and the spirit realm. And there's nothing wrong with you. This is what this is what we all did in the family and stuff. And I'm just like, it's scary. She's like, it is. Yes, but you'll learn to deal with it. I'm like, okay. But like once she passed away, I don't know what. It was just like a really weird feeling. Like it was like a surge of energy went through me. And I was like, okay, I don't like this, but I'm going to do what she told me to do.
Absolutely. Witchcraft has no safe space. People always want this safe space shit. It's like, no, this shit should be scary. You have to have the guts to stand on the border between worlds and scream your magical name across the void, demanding recognition. And if you can't witch up and do that, you should go do some new age shit or some voodoo shit. Shit's going to go. I mean, you're fucking. Some people are playing with demons and shit. That's not a safe space. It's never a safe space.
Exactly.
Nothing happens in a safe space. Nothing gets accomplished in a safe space. We need challenges. We need danger to make us fucking do things. And we are all neophytes if you stop learning. Absolutely, Sarah. Teaching witchcraft is the ultimate learning experience in learning witchcraft. And I've been doing it for about 45 years. I learned so much.
Protection and turn up, period.
By the way, Bert, I never heard from the big Bodie. I don't know. I know she was supposed to reach out or anything, but I never heard from her.
She's pretty busy, but have you reached out to her?
And her DMs, yeah. I don't know if she's seen it though.
Okay, I'll try and mention it again. I forgot reaching out to her. It's been so long.
Remember when she, knowing what I'm doing here, that I'm just fucking. It's kind of a hurry up and wait situation, but I'm just trying to get the magical community to help with, kind of influencing what's already in a sort of, so to speak, contract, about making solidification to where I can actually stand on my own 2 feet. I'm just in the kind of situation where it's hurry up and wait for them to decide on what I did in December in Liverpool. So I'm needing the spiritual and pagan community to help with nudging in that direction. I've briefly mentioned to Christo what I'm trying to do, and then Bodhi said that she heard briefly what I was going through, and she was meaning to give me her number and everything to reach out and everything, and that she was going to see what she could do. And then somehow that kind of just died off. I was like, I had been waiting for communication or something, and my energy is starting to get very built up and restless too. So I'm like, grr. Has anyone else felt in the energy recently? It's like depression hitting a lot too.
Absolutely. Are you still being threatened with being kicked out?
No,
back to the United States?
No. I'm not. That's what. So it's contingent on what they view of what I submitted to them, and that's what I'm saying is I'm in the hurry up and wait kind of situation. I'm trying to influence it to see if the fellow practitioners can help influence and broaden and waking up them to see what's happening over there, and also of what I've submitted, saying this is needed. So to kind of sway it, as you said, the path of least resistance, and to magic works with the path of least resistance, and understanding what's happening over in the States, to like, yeah, we need to do this.
Yeah, You
essentially, like, I'm needing help from the magical community to help me kind of get it out of this. It's almost like in a game of pool where I'm pocketed. I'm a cue ball that's been pocketed, and I'm just waiting to be back in the game. Essentially, once they have this sorted, once they've greenlit it, then I can actually stand on my own 2 feet. I just I'm
do, Sebby?
it's very convoluted and very complicated, but I'm kind of in a waiting period here in the UK. And it's very much aggravating, and I've been in this situation for almost a year now.
I think he should be able to be a refugee. You can't send a gay guy back to this country right now.
No.
And I think you should just send your friend.
That's you have to prove that, though. They have to be able to prove that you're trans. But I mean, they do believe me on that being gay. They do believe me on that. It's just they think that that America might protect me, and it won't.
Who would not? Come on. I don't have gay, but I know.
I'm part of the legitimate queer community. I could smell it when I freaking first met him.
Yeah. Well, so it's more so they think that I would have some form of protection over there, and would you know the fuck that's not true? So I'm just trying to have the pagan community help me, in the magical and the doing workings on that to. I see you requesting. I got you. Trying to essentially do workings and trying to kind of jiggle me loose out of just waiting and influence the yes, which is a path of least resistance, wouldn't it be?
Yes. Hello, Freya.
Hey, sorry to barge in. I'm a Brit. I'm a Brit myself, and the problem is our government listens to that freaking Cheeto so much that they believe you would be safe in America, darling. Me as a Brit, I know you wouldn't be. I know what it is like in America at the minute. I've got a lot of American friends, as looks will tell you. In fact, I have more American friends than I have British.
We're amazing. Besides our government, the people, some are good people.
Yeah.
Well, so you see what I'm trying to say is like doing the trying to do work and to sway it, because I'm not being asked to leave, but they're currently they rejected it once, and I'm currently it's still not further looking into it and submitted new situations. So I'm just trying to kind of
It is
if you know what I
difficult
mean.
here. I mean, we are a lot more tolerant here.
Yeah.
We are.
I mean, of course, especially with what the House of Lords recently just did, making the being a hate crime against us and our community to being as worse as criminal things. The House of Lords even did that.
Yeah, they did. There's a lot of pride over here.
Yeah.
So,
And you know who my biggest obstacle is, and that's Mahmood.
no shock.
Yeah, Mahmood's a bit of a bitch.
As a Brit, I look, I'm blunt. So if you say things like that to me, I'm just going to be honest and go, yeah, no shock.
Yeah.
I know what our government's like. They're complete fucking brown nosers.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like here. Wow. Things are tough over. Hey, y'all, I can point out for a second. You see these? These beautiful eyebrows right here? I don't have them. There's like an automatic filter on right now. I have no fucking eyebrows at all, man.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
The eyebrows that I have are blonde, and you can't fucking see them. That's
And so also Freya.
eyebrows. Look at that. Do they have like a heat filter that I can turn on? That'd be great.
A what
But
filter?
Freya, there's more at stake for me staying here too. That, and which is why I'm also calling upon the witchy community as well, is because a sole connection of mine is here in the UK as well, and that's also another reason why I'm adamant about staying.
Yeah.
And so I'm needing assistance from the witchy community to help me with this moving forward.
Problem is, like I said, I know more Americans than I know Brits, darling. I'm in
Right.
a city that I've lived in for only 2 years. I know around 4 people, and out of them 4, I currently don't speak to 2 of them, and one of them might find out he's ending up the same way in the next few days after his behaviour this last week towards
I
me.
would say, damn.
Looks, I'll message you, Buttes.
I
Where
also
are you from, Miss Freya? Like what part?
I currently live on South Coast. However, I've got very mixed accent. I was born in Scotland.
Yeah.
I lived in Lancashire, then I were in Sheffield, and now I'm down south.
I'm in Hartlepool.
Cause I was like, you sound like British and Scottish at the same time, so I was so confused.
Yeah, I am. So
Sarah here in the chat hit something really important. End stage capitalism.
yeah,
End stage capitalism is where we have arrived. The American dollar is insolvent. Now, I've
yeah,
never heard that word before. We cannot pay our fucking bills. And America, if you don't know it, we're owned by China.
yeah,
China holds our fucking marker for our bills. We cannot pay our bills and are in a war that's costing us more money. All those tariffs on China was a joke because China owns our fucking marker. They own our debt. I don't know what's going. China just going to come in. Are we bankrupt now? Trump bankrupted every company he ever fucking touched. Did he bankrupt the fucking country? Somebody going to come in and seize our assets, man? What the fuck is going on? That's why we have the WPH News
The
Network.
thing is,
Look at the news. I go, what? Hell?
do you guys know where Trump's actually from? Do you know where his grandfather and his father were born?
Germany?
Yeah, Germany.
His grandfather was a draft dodger.
Yeah, he was.
The family tradition.
Yeah, he
No,
dodged the draft.
cause no, my friend had put a picture of, funny mustache man and Trump side by side, and I'm like, y'all looking pretty similar.
Yeah, that funny mustache man. He's Trump's father.
Yeah. The Klansman.
Oh yeah, would you mention that to Bodhi for me? Just a reminder of what situation I'm in and what I'm trying to connect with her on.
Alright, my lovely witchy people, I'm going to take a nap. It was wonderful meeting all of you. Miss Luna, I'm gonna give you a
It's
follow.
8 at night here in the UK, so but
Oh yeah, it's 3 p.m., but I haven't took my afternoon nap yet.
Must be nice, blessed be.
Blessed be loves.
Yeah, bless
Thank you.
Blessed be. Man. So again, my Cash App, my Venmo are up here. Right now, I've become suddenly unemployed because I drove my car till the wheel fell off. I'm not going to tell the whole story again. But
Yeah.
if you got means to help out, throw something at me out there, and I will bless you threefold for that. Burn a candle for everybody that does that. I always recommend this to the craft community, the buddy system. You do something for somebody and have somebody do something for you, and both of your efforts would be more powerful than when they did it for themselves, because they're not hung up on the
I got you, Uncle Birch.
White House.
Yeah. And Priya, I also sent you my mobile just in case.
Yeah, I saw, thank you.
Or no, go over there to gumroad.com/witchschool and get yourself some education. Okay, if you're holding off trying to take a class from me, now's a great time. How about you? What about me? It's a symbiotic relationship. And yes, you can go to our Substack and subscribe.
Yeah, I'm loving the way.
You're also alt goth as well.
I'm loving what?
No, that Freya is also alt goth as well.
She was loving
Alternative goth. So Freya above Looks Lady Crystal.
Lady was loving us. What are you loving on?
No, I was saying that because I read Freya's bio, and she said she's an alternative model as well as a goth.
Not you, her.
Oh.
Lux Lady Crystal was loving on something and you cut her off. What?
I said, I love What the Hell News. I look forward to that on the daily. And I've been sending you and Aunt Marta some things. Did you see where they're like changing the dime and stuff like that?
Yes.
Mm.
To be the first American president that's not dead to be on currency.
Which is unconstitutional too.
Yeah.
Dan got a song about when Bush and Gore were running for president. It went back and forth for a long time. The Damned had a lyric in the thing. So they voted you out, voted you in, and they're coming still. I can't wait for the day I see your face on a dollar bill, which meant they were wishing Bush dead because dead presidents are on currency, not living presidents. So go ahead, put your fucking face on some currency, man. It'll be a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, exactly. Watch it be them wishing him dead themselves. Like honestly, watch them just manifest that into reality.
Yes, Sarah. So be sure, if you're not following the WTH News Network, follow us because we're talking about that all day, every day. But I've also been posting that on this page because this page has 21,000 followers. And I need to get it out. The Project 2025 is the most dangerous thing for our people. And I think I need to sink a lot of my energy right now into independent news and get other views out there while this shit's going on. Yeah, you're following. All right, cool. And, part of YouTube, and we're on all the pod places too. But that's what a lot of my time is going on.
Follow my friend Freya. I'm telling you, she's legit. That's my friend.
Thank you, sweetie.
Follow Freya.
Thanks.
Most narcissistic person. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And so Sarah seems educated on this. What is the one thing that you can do with a narcissist? What is the one solution for a narcissist? Come on, Sarah. Kick it up in those comments. You know what I'm shooting for, man. There's only one way to deal with it. There ain't no other strategy. There's only one thing, and Sarah's going to put it in the comments any second now. Ignore them and put them in a cage. Okay, that's no contact. And that's pretty much what you said with bigger words. No contact. It's the only way when you've determined that somebody's actually a fucking narcissist, there is nothing you can fucking do. There is no way to fix that situation. No contact is the only method. You have to cut them the fuck off. Izzy Ray is a longtime watcher and rising star. Oh my God, these rising stars, man. I'm gonna have to get going pretty soon, man. I'll give it like 10 or 15 minutes. I got stuff I do Sunday. I have a whole different schedule.
You being live tomorrow?
I might. I mean, like I said, people's like, there's nothing that I can classes and appeal to people to donate to my Cash App and my Venmo. My car was my main source of living right now. Unfortunately, that was supposed to be a side gig, but it became a main gig, and now my car's fucked, and might be fucked for a good couple months. I'm like, looking at filing for fucking unemployment, food stamps, whatever you fucking got right now, man. Until I'll be able to get back to work soon, but right now, I'm asking for help. And if you got the means, man, my Cash App, my Venmo's right up there. I don't have my PayPal's not working right now, but if you can do PayPal, you can set up a Cash App. If you want to go through that trouble, just send me some fucking money. That'd be great. Or you go to gumroad.com. That's gum on your shoe and the road you walk down to get it on your damn shoe.com/Witchschool. And I got plenty of classes for you to take, plenty of education you can get, so you can get something out of your donation, because not even really a donation, you're just paying for a class. You can do that. So it's a lot for me to ask for help. So I hope you feel I got a lot of Leo in my fucking chart, man. My pride doesn't allow that. But my family needs to eat. The bills need to get paid. And good people will do bad things to take care of their family. So if I could rob a bank right now and get away with it, I'd fucking do it. Absolutely. I'm looking for work again as well. I'll look up that as soon as I can. Well, good luck. Good luck. It's like I was working. And literally the wheel fell off. It literally just broke in the middle, and the car is still all fucked up from the accident on Mardi Gras Day. I never asked for help. You're right. This is the third time in my life I've ever asked anybody for help, and that's
It's a humbling experience. It is truly humbling.
That's my bad. I should be better at that. I spend most of my life helping others. That's what I fucking do. I should be better able to ask for help, but it's really fucking hard, and that's the thing I need to work on. I'd rather just put up a front and tell you everything's fucking going great. It's not going great right now. It's not going great. I could use some help. If you got it, do it. Great. But I'll probably be live a little more often. Probably have some time to add some more classes. But this is where I'm at right now. World is challenging. And that's the word I want you to use. It's challenging. It's not problematic. You don't have problems. You have challenges. These are the words that the rich people use. They have challenges. They don't have difficulties. Change the way you look at things. I should go. But so, for that out to you. Thanks for coming. I'll try and post this later on YouTube.
And go
It was
live
a great
tomorrow.
class. Thank you. I might be on tomorrow. I mean, I'm other than taking the kid to school, got nothing I can do right now. So you might see me live a lot. And hey, if you throw at me in the Venmo and the Cash App, well, hell, you'll get me live a lot. that'll be my source of income right now. Because right now, it's like I struggled. I went like 2 miles to find a fucking apple for Marta right now. Because the Dollar Tree didn't have any fucking fruit. So I had some change in my pocket, and I hope she likes that apple. Today's been definitely a challenging day, but we will face those challenges. And again, I'm going to leave you with this one thing, okay? Oh, and there flew a monarch. Perfect. It's a Native American story. A young boy is out on the reservation, and he's eating his lunch, and he sees a chrysalis come into fruition. A butterfly is about to come out of that chrysalis. He watches it, and it struggles. It takes hours. It's painful to watch the struggle of this fucking butterfly get out of this chrysalis. It finally does. And, it flaps its wings till the wings are dry, and then it flies off. And the next time the boy saw this happening, he took out his pocket knife. He put a little slit in the chrysalis to help the butterfly, make it easier for the butterfly. And it did. Made it easier. Butterfly popped right out, no problem. And then, rather than flapping its wings and drying off and flying off, it flapped its wings a couple times and then dropped and died. The struggle was necessary. Without struggle, there is no progress. The struggle that the butterfly goes through to get out of the chrysalis gives it the strength to survive. The struggles you've been through, the difficulties you've overcome, have given you the ability to survive what you're going through now. Without those struggles, you would not have that strength. Embrace your struggles. Without struggle, there is no progress. And making the butterfly struggle less killed the butterfly. It was necessary for the butterfly to struggle to survive. Sebastian, thank you for coming. Lux Lady Crystal, thank you for coming. Everybody else, thank you for coming. Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans. Remember the Cash App and the Venmo. If you got some, $1, $2, whatever you got, man. I'm fucking panhandling right about now on the fucking internet. I'll do whatever I fucking can do, because the struggle is real. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again, y'all.